Does religion matter in geopolitics? The short answer is yes, but the long answer, not really. Because when you look closely, religion is like the guest at the party who thinks they are the host. It's there causing a scenes, making speeches, but in the back room, national interest is writing the script. Let's start with Iran, the self-proclaimed champion of the Islamic world. Iran supports groups like Hamas in Palestine, Houthis in Yemen, and Hezbollah in Lebanon. At first glance, it's like religious solidarity tour across the Middle East. Iran always showing up for the Islamic cause, right? Well, not quite. Let's look at Armenia. Armenia is not Islamic. In fact, it's a Christian majority country. But guess what? Armenia, in its long-standing conflict with Azerbaijan, a Shia majority country, the only Shia majority nation in the world besides Iran. You think that would make them best friends? No. Iran chose Armenia over Azerbaijan. Oh, and it gets juicier. Iran signed a $500 million arms deal with Armenia, while warning its close ally Russia not to side with Azerbaijan. Meanwhile, Azerbaijan and Israel have become buddies, signing trade deals in oil and defense. So now, Iran finds itself stuck between defending a Christian nation and watching a Shia country, cozy up to Israel, a country Iran regularly calls its arch enemy. Confused yet? This is why geopolitics laughs in the face of religion. Because self interest trumps everything, every single time. But wait, there is more. Iran's top allies aren't even Muslim. Russia, Orthodox Christian, China's Communist Party, atheist, with a side hustle in oppressing Uyghur Muslims, North Korea, where religion is basically illegal. These aren't bonds forged in faith. They are alliances built on military deals and mutual political goals. Let's shift to the United States, which has military base across the Middle East in Egypt, Jordan, Iraq, Kuwait, and the UAE, Turkey, and Qatar. Some of these bases have been operating for over 15 years. But spoiler, the US is not there for a religious mission. It's there for oil security and regional influence. Now, what's really fascinating is how Egypt, the UAE, and Jordan all have same level of relationship with Israel. Suddenly, all those fiery speeches at the UN feel a bit performative, don't they? And here is the kicker. Religion is a convenient tool, but when it's gets in the way of bigger interest, it gets tossed aside faster than a bad Tinder match. Now buckle up. We are going to talk about ISIS. According to 2016 New York Times report, ISIS killed 1,200 people outside Iraq and Syria in a string of horrifying attacks. There is a map of those attacks that make you realize how far their reach is. In North America alone, there were 7 major incidents by mid 2016. They drove car into soldiers, attacked police officers, and carried out shootings. The Orlando nightclub shootings became the deadliest mass shooting in US history. At the time, that was brutal, terrifying. So, what did the US and its allies do? They went all to dismantle ISIS in Iraq and Syria. Thousands of soldiers deployed, countless battles fought, and eventually ISIS was beaten back. One of ISIS former leaders, Abu Muhammad al-Julani, had a bright idea. He rebranded himself. He started a new group called Hayes Tahrir al-Sam. And here is the wild part. Al-Julani is a man once America's most wanted list with 1,000 million bounty is now the de facto president of Syria. Yes, you heard that right. The same guy who used to run with Al Qaeda is now Syria's leader. After taking over the country when the previous regime, backed by Russia and Iran, fell apart, how did he pull this off? With the little help of from Turkey and US, who found him useful in the fight against the regional enemies. Useful. That's the magic word in geopolitics. If you are useful, your past doesn't matter. Enemies become allies, bounties disappear, and suddenly you are sitting in a presidential palace. And it gets even more ironic. Al-Jurani's new government is open to better relationship with Israel. Despite his terrorist past, why? Because that's what national interest demands. This is the reality of geopolitics. Nothing is permanent. Allies shifts, leader change, slides, religion is just another tool in the box. So, does religion matter in geopolitics? Yes, when it's convenient. But when it stands out in the way of power, resources, or strategic advantage, it gets pushed aside. In the end, national interest always wins, every time. Every country is playing for itself, no exception. The real question isn't does religion matter? It is who can you trust in geopolitics? The answer is no one. Trust no one. The next time you hear about a holy alliance or religious driven policy, just remember there is always a bigger game being played behind the scene. And in the game, religion might be the star of the show, but it's never be the director.